Hello there, my Capricorn collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. What is up with you Capricorns? What is up with my Capricorns? Capricorns in your pre-shuffle. Oh, there's definitely a stuck, stagnant relationship or partnership. It's kind of be mindful of the dog days of summer. So, damn. You need to make sure that you're releasing from what you don't need, focusing on what you do, and making smart choices right now. Yeah, the Nine of Swords. Oh, what is that with you? Some of you could be dealing with a Sagittarius energy. Those of you that aren't feeding that Nine of Swords vibe as well. So I feel like you have some relationships or partnerships that are really weighted down with this type of vibe, Capricorn. Oh, look, bottom of the deck, there you are, Capricorn. Covering all that is the Tower energy. So, my oh my, Capricorn. There with the Ten of Wands. Sweet Jesus Cappies. So, what do you need to know now, Capricorn? So you've definitely established some healthy boundaries here. You've made some changes. Hopefully a lot of you are out of that stuck, stagnant Nine of Swords energy. So it's almost like a mirroring vibe. It's almost like a, what do you want to say? You've moved forward, you've moved onward, so now that energy, you're kind of starving that codependency. The Wheel of Fortune there with the Moon. Those of you coming out of karmic cycles, karmic relationships or partnerships, that there is so much unknown energy that that's what sort of kept that tension going. Some of you, I feel like, you know, like water bugs, or when you see like spiders on water, the bugs that can sort of walk on water. Some of you, it feels like that surface tension there with that Piscean energy. Oh, Wheel of Fortune right here. So things are definitely looking good for you. Don't think your cross watchers like it though. Seven of Pentacles there with the Knight of Wands. You've learned to sort of switch things up. You've learned to change things around. So this is Capricorn, or anyone that's done the sort of shadow self, the shadow work. Those of you that's focused on far more interesting opportunities that actually, it's relationships or partnerships where there's room to grow. You're actually building upon something that's like substantial. Instead of just that overly emotional type relationships or partnerships where there's supposedly all this love, but there's no room to breathe. It's an anoxic type of relationship or partnership. You can love too deeply, you can love too strongly, that there's no sort of room to grow. So those of you that's more focused on tangible opportunities, I don't think there's much over-romanticization of anything. The two apples up there gives me the Gemini vibes, right? Those of you, there's any sort of spirituality when it came to this. Those of you that got out of long-term relationships or partnerships, I think you get that revelation of sort of how things do work. Some of you could be dealing with Lilith energy here. There's that sort of energy of stagnation, but I feel like you shield yourself from this. That Nine of Swords is kind of like a barrier that prevents you from sort of staying stuck or stagnant. So those of you that have worked through your energy, those of you that have focused on things that are actually far more tangible, but there's a lot more time, energy, and effort put into it, right? This is the farmer planting the seeds. So there's that energy of letting things sort of evolve over time. Bottom of the deck is the Fool energy. I feel like this is that energy you're sort of protecting yourself from. Notice the eclipse right there. So damn. Those of you during the last retrograde that paid attention, there is so much going on astrologically as well. Watch your favorite astrologer, Capricorn. Some of you, if you haven't for a while, there could be some interesting sort of energy that around this when it comes to you. And everyone's astrology is going to be different. So if that's something that sort of interests you, that Knight of Pentacles is like retrograde vibes. That Knight of Pentacles is like being very mindful moving forward. Keeping the dreams alive, though. I just noticed that was a unicorn right there. I think that's what makes the difference with you, Capricorn. Those of you who are able to achieve your goals and dreams. I feel like a lot of you attract partners who really can't create their own sort of dreams. They can't sort of create their own sort of possibilities. But yet here you go sort of doing that and achieving that. So I feel like you attract a lot of sort of straggler vibes. But at the same token, it kind of takes away your time and energy from yourself. So that very strong codependency, especially when it comes to relationships or partnerships. Those of you that date people that are never single, they always go from one relationship quickly into another relationship. Because that's sort of how they get their, sort of who they are. There's always got to be an attachment or a connection to something or someone in order for their energy to sort of take flight, in order for their energy to sort of grow. This is like those that can accomplish are attracted to those who can. The dreamers out there, you attract people who really don't understand that. It's almost like the partners that you have want to sort of harness that about you. Some of them think that that's going to be what makes the relationship work as well. So this is like if you want to be smarter, be around smart people. If you want to be more creative, sort of be around more creative people. But there's a naturalness to it that some people have and some people don't. It's more of a draining type vibe. You've had a lot of interesting connections when it's come to this. So you've had to learn. I think that's why you keep coming up like work, love, life vibes when it comes to you. So many relationships or partnerships that were so dependent upon you, sort of bringing that energy, bringing the ideas, bringing the opportunities in. Ten of Cups, I love this. That's bottle tree energy, wind chime energy. I like the Aquarius influence when it comes to you on this. Aquarius, very strong air sign. So a lot of that brings in that sort of wind of change as well. So those of you that like the sound of wind chimes, those of you that like anyone from the south that knows what a bottle tree is, right? Clickety clank. You know what that's given me? Andy DeFranco's Amazing Grace. So if you're familiar with the song, Page of Wands. It's time for you to start a new chapter. It's time for you to focus on this like newness that comes to you. This is a good creative opportunity. This is enlightenment coming in with you. But as many questions as what there are, I feel like you meet it with just as many resolutions. So those of you Capricorns that use your sort of creative energy, those of you Capricorns who are able to, I feel like you overcome a lot of these relationships or partnerships, but some of you didn't quite realize sort of how entwined that is. We know the sex with you is good, Capricorn, because I think a lot of you are into that more like tantric type relationships or partnerships. But there is always this sort of codependency. Now, some of you are kind of learning to do that on your own, or that you can't achieve that on your own. I don't think most of your relationships or partnerships ended in the happily ever after because someone was dependent upon you to sort of achieve that, more so than like working towards it with you. You're right, connection, there's going to be that sort of evenness when it comes to it. Ooh. I love your energy, Capricorn. Or any of you that's focusing on the shadow work, right? Basis of all this, there's the Ace of Pentacles. You always find the opening. You always find the open door. There's always This is that sort of optimism with you, but it's also that ability to sort of create. I'm loving the creative energy with you, Capricorns. I feel like there's almost this journey of discovery you need to go on. This sort of allows you to do what you need to do. That Knight of Pentacles is like, those of you that aren't so focused on the cross-watcher vibes, those of you that aren't so focused on the sort of energy around you, those of you that are able to pull that focus back on yourself. And there's a lot of growth when it comes to you. So you've had to go through a lot in order to get here. Probably all your relationships or partnerships had some sort of unhealthy misuse of your energy, your name, your sort of ability to create. And now it's just really sort of switched it up. Those of you, when it comes to technology today, there's so much sort of fake-ass energy out there. This is like staying away from the fake-ass Instagram posts. Those of you staying away from the fake-ass energies out there. You're far more driven to create your own type of reality here, because your ability to create is far more interesting than some people's recreations of things. Energy around this is the Seven of Cups. I don't think you can escape this energy, Capricorn, because you are so captivating, and that's what makes this very interesting with you. Everyone says do the shadow work, right? The Capricorn shows up. Oh no, beware. But it's just as much of what you choose to focus on. It's just so much about what you're trying to work on as well. Those of you, so many codependent relationships or partnerships that were really more draining than anything else. Learning to sort of focus that power and strength back into yourself. Some of y'all need to take the time to recharge. So, you know, take the time that you need. But whatever sort of inspiration you have, that sort of allows you to sort of recharge and gain that sort of... It's like a balance coming in for you. It's definitely a Libra energy coming in. Yeah, there's that Aquarius vibes that sort of switched a lot of this up. That's that air energy. Harkens back to the beginning there at the Seven of Pentacles. Any of you that's ever blew the fluff off of a dandelion, right? There's so many sort of creative, fertile vibes when it comes to you, but everyone sort of wants that ability to sort of piggyback off of whatever the hell you got going on. Oh, look, Capricorn can achieve their dreams, so I'll just associate with Capricorn, and then, you know, maybe I'll achieve my dreams. You definitely need more of a matched energy. So you definitely get used a lot because of this. So this is like hermit mode energy when it comes to you, Capricorn. Keep them ideas to yourself. Focus on what's important to you. This is a very good manifesting energy when it comes to you, especially if you're able to create your dreams, create your goals. Over top of that, yeah, is the Five of Cups. That is that energy of the bugs that can sort of walk on water. I feel like there's a lot of that sort of surface tension, especially when it comes to relationships or partnerships with you, Capricorn, because right now you're not really allowing yourself to be submerged or overwhelmed when it comes to emotional feelings. And for some people, that's how they were always able to sort of gain this sort of attachment to you. Ooh. So, I don't think there's a whole lot of surprise energy here. Some of you, the surprise is going to be choosing what's important to you. There's this like overwhelming vibe. Back again to the Nine of Swords here. This overwhelming vibe to sort of manipulate you, to sort of figure out what it is that you do that makes this very interesting sort of energy. Nine of Swords down there by the Fool. Queen of Wands. Over the Page of Wands is the Five of Swords. So I know your intuition is on point with the Eight of Wands, the Page of Cups. There's that Libra energy wanting to come in. So, Lord have mercy. Definitely a good time for you to just be skeptical of opportunities. Time for you to be skeptical of relationships or partnerships. Those of you taking your time sort of emotionally allowing those connections to come in. Because connections to come in. There's a lot dependent upon you. So do be mindful of catfishing energy here, Capricorn. Be mindful of what's everyone's sort of intentions when it comes to you. The fact you got all this sort of Piscean vibes, those of you that have chosen to stay single and pull focus back on yourself, that sort of creates that sort of separation that you need. This is like the people that only want to show emotion once you've decided to leave. So, you know, it always seems very dramatic, the person chasing after their lost love and trying to reconnect. But you never really get to see the after. So there is a lot of that sort of energy when it comes to you, wanting to come back in. Create some sort of emotional attachment when it comes to you. It's very beautiful manifesting energy. But a lot of you can manifest just fine on your own. The thing is, those that can't manifest without your sort of energy there. So hopefully you're very mindful of what you consume, the type of readings that you're paying attention to, the type of TV shows or movies or books that you're watching or reading. Because it all kind of comes down to this same sort of energy. Definitely watch your favorite astrologer as well. Because astrology is very sort of specific to you, especially if you know your placements. At least your sun, moon, rising, and Venus, right? You know you're in good energy when you pull this type of vibe. Yeah, the Three of Wands. But you notice that is even more of a sort of singular vibe with you. You sort of allow this energy to sort of work. You sort of allow this sort of there's almost like it's not really a magical vibe with you. You're just able to focus when you need to focus, and a lot of this sort of abundance energy just shows up around you. Those of you, if you're familiar with moonflower vines, right? They're huge, huge white flowers that smell absolutely beautiful. And they bloom at dusk, and they stay open all night. I feel like that's your sort of energy. I feel like there is that yin-yang when it comes to you as well. This balance wanting to come in. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. This is definitely basic sort of karmic readings. So, you've got some interesting choices to make. What's over this Three of Wands when it comes to Capricorn? The music's no good without you, baby. The music's no good at all. Let's share. The Emperor. Ooh. There's that Aries energy on this. So you're the one that's controlling this sort of energy exchange. You're the one that's sort of controlling who gets your time, energy, and attention. I feel like you've taken the reins back. So you're not easily persuaded. You're not easily led astray. You're not easily sort of... I don't think you're going to take your attention off your goals and your sort of dream accomplishments in order to bring in somebody else Work, love, life vibes with you, Capricorn. Lord have mercy. You've always struggled when it comes to relationships or partnerships, because I definitely feel like you get misused and mistreated, and a lot of you kind of, it's almost like your relationships or partnerships are never allowed to evolve more than whatever your sort of partner allows it to become. That's what makes the difference here. This is like the students are passing the teacher. This is like the artist that studied under their favorite artist, sort of getting the opportunity to shine. There's definitely an authenticity when it comes to you. Very hard to replicate this. So when it comes to a relationship or partnership, Capricorn, you're very hard to sort of replace because you do bring that certain sort of something. Who doesn't need you, Capricorn, for what it is that you do? Those of you that stay sort of in the same type of circles, those of you that stay with like the same type of people when it comes to your relationships or partnerships, you don't sort of stray too far from whatever your sort of discipline is, right? If you're a creative person, you tend to attract creative people. If you're this would be like an accountant that always sort of dates people that's in the area of accounting. If you're in IT, you only date people who are sort of in that same sort of vibe. I don't think you've allowed yourself to sort of date outside of whatever it is that you do. So the codependency on you wouldn't be the opportunities that you bring. Oh my, Capricorn. Some of you Capricorns, that's why you're kind of wanting to go out and do your own thing. Some of you, if you get the opportunity, maybe doing your own thing or trying something new on your own. I don't feel like this has to be a major sort of disruptment with what it is that you're doing, but understanding that not being sort of stuck makes all the difference. Four Swords with the Ten of Pentacles. Something don't work without you. Definitely be mindful of catfish and energy here, Capricorn. A lot of you, this is that sort of what you have to offer is way different than everybody else, but there's a lot of sort of imposter vibes when it comes to you. How many of your relationships or partnerships have actually been a sort of happy relationship or partnership? Not one where when you look back, you were always being used. There's always this energy of not wanting you to sort of grow and shine, to sort of do your own thing. Oh, you know, the typical fool shows the person like almost walking off the cliff, right? And here you got the Five of Cups vibe. I don't think too many of your relationships or partnerships are really all that coincidental as well either. So, especially those of you Capricorns who realistically, you never date too far out of the sort of work that you do. So, some of you need to sort of broaden your dating pool. You need to look for people that your commonality, whatever sort of common sort of connection that you have, does not have to be with what it is that you do. Kind of makes an interesting sort of vibe with you. It's like the creative that marries the intellectual. It is not lack of opportunities, but Lord have mercy, Capricorn. Be mindful of the opportunities that want to come in. Ace of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Queen of Cups. There's the Knight of Cups. Lord have mercy. Knight of Cups to the King of Cups. And there's that sort of Ten of Wands vibe. to the Ten of Pentacles. Damn. Those of you Capricorns, if you've ever gotten the opportunity for people to sort of praise you, maybe this could have been a party or some sort of a accomplishment that you achieved, but yet your partners always tried to sort of make it like they had something to do with it as well. For some of you, this is like publicly known. For others of you, this is just like they want you to know that you wouldn't achieve this without them, even though you definitely would have. You have a lot of imposter syndromes when it comes to you. So it's those that can do that attract those that can't. But it's kind of by association that this is what makes the energy work. Damn Capricorn. Ooh. Whatever this energy is, whatever this sort of opportunity is with you, work life, your interpersonal life, your romantic life, it all sort of is the same. The natural balance needs to come in. So, not really being overwhelmed. You don't need to break that surface tension. So, any of you that's watched like the water bugs that are able to land on the water and create enough surface tension so they don't sort of drown. It's that vibe. Some of you, I feel like there is that sort of emotional tension there. But I feel like you're like the water bug energy. Even the spiders that can walk across the water. All this moon energy here, most definitely. It's never lack of opportunities when it comes to you, Capricorn. But there's far more accomplishment in being in a relationship with you, being sort of connected to you, than just not. Those of you mixing your business life, your romantic life, and your personal life. Some of you need to date outside of whatever sort of work field that you do as well. So that way you're both doing things that are completely different. So as far as that connection, that isn't what sort of connects you. So the conversations are going to be different. The accomplishments are going to be different. So you're not sharing that same sort of vibe. That seems rather specific for some of you. So take what's yours, Capricorn, and leave what's not. Some of you, your romantic partner should never be your business partner as well. And if you are going to go down that road, you need to make sure that you have everything sort of in place when it comes to those relationships or partnerships. For a lot of you, that's where things get really messy. That's where things get really messy. Especially if you're the more accomplished. Where are we at? 29. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. So damn. You've been here, done this before. Especially if there's been a sort of social event, an occasion in your honor, but your partner had to sort of make it about themselves. Like it was a shared opportunity. Yes, your partner can, but how much of that was sort of the control vibes when it comes to the relationship or partnership? Especially when it comes to work energies with you, right? If your company wouldn't got the new opportunity because of you, then everyone else saying, oh no, we all did it, right? You're very good at doing your own thing. But you're also very good at attracting those that sort of want to make sure that they're sort of attached to it as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of you don't decide to sort of do some freelance work or start doing your own thing here. Those of you, when it comes to your interpersonal, mixing your interpersonal life with your work life, some of you are definitely going to have better boundaries when it comes to that. Better boundaries, or at least some sort of contractual agreement. Most definitely. You've got to know when to hold on, know when to fold on, know when to walk away, and know when to run. Yeah. I don't think you're going to get played anymore. There's always that manipulation around you, though. Sweet Jesus. Have you ever really been in a loving relationship or partnership that didn't have some other thing sort of attached to it? Some of y'all need to date the complete opposite of whatever the fuck it is that you do. So that way your work lives don't sort of intermingle. Independent accomplishments. 5 of Pentacles. Ooh. 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands with the 6 of Cups. Oh my goodness. Those of you who made some very messy decisions when it comes to your work life. A lot of you sort of invite that energy in, though, as well, right? So, I think you deal with a lot of sort of snake-ass energy. I feel like now you're more encompassing that snake-ass energy. I don't feel like you're giving out a whole lot emotionally either. So if you understand that concept of like water surface tension and the bugs that are able to land on the water and float to get a drink, it's kind of like that. If you've got strong Aquarius influence, that could be bringing about the sort of winds of change with you. There's all this sort of energy of change when it comes to you. That sort of allows you to sort of grow and learn and understand. Some of you, if you've looked into tantric sex, I'm really getting this energy. Some of you could definitely be abstaining to sort of keep your energy up. If you've done anything dealing with like energy work, not going to be everybody's. So this is like a really sort of a specific type vibe. I think you found that actually works. The abstaining energy from you is really what makes this sort of interesting when it comes to you. Especially Capricorn, if you were very easily sort of emotionally manipulated into relationships or partnerships. Because it's almost like you were being used as a puppet. There's always that sort of energy around, right? Work, love, life. God forbid those of you that mixed your personal life with your romantic life. If you are going to do that, there should be a contract in place that sort of specifies the sort of connection too. Some of you need to date completely out of whatever field of study that you're in, whatever it is that you do for work. So that way the accomplishments are the accomplishment of the person and, you know, not that sort of messy ass energy. Anything else for you? This is a very karmic type energy with you. Yeah, Page of Wands, switching it up. Bottom of the deck is the 4 of Pentacles. Watch your favorite astrologer. Some of you, make sure you're staying grounded and focused. Those of you that understand the sort of water tension that allows the insects to sort of float on water. This is very interesting with you. So do not allow yourself to feel overwhelmed. Don't allow yourself to feel overwhelmed. Some of you may be looking to tantric sex or looking into this is kind of like an abstinence, but it's a good vibe because it brings about like a healing type energy with you. That's got to be rather specific. So take what's yours, leave what's not. I feel like you manifest from a whole different sort of vibe when it comes to what you do. There's the 9 of Cups, 5 of Cups, 3 of Cups with you. Ooh, Lord have mercy, Capricorn. Capricorn are those of you that's doing your shadow work. So you got some good opportunities coming in. Some of you are working on some good opportunities. Some of you are just very hard to read right now. Those of you that accomplish your goals and dreams, you're definitely attracting some attention. Those of you, if you're looking for work, those of you, if you're sort of thinking about bringing on new partners or new sort of people in your energy, you're going to be very mindful of that as well. You're out of this fucking energy, whatever the hell it is. So you probably had a hiccup somewhere along the road. I feel like it was a manufactured hiccup. Because you've learned something new. It's more than just establishing healthy boundaries. So hopefully you're rather inquisitive, Capricorn. So if a certain article or something like that sort of catches your attention, you could be implementing new sort of practices. So some of you, this is like a retention energy. Those of you that's taking a break from sex, it's like abstaining and really feeling the energy instead of just sort of wasting it. Some of you could be doing some Reiki. Some of you could be doing some yoga. It doesn't have to be all that dramatic, but it makes such an important sort of energy when it comes to you. Those of there's whatever the sort of sexual vibe with you is, I think that you probably take care of business before you go on a date, so that way that isn't even going to be an issue with you. Especially if you tended to associate the sort of passionate connections in your life as like romantic opportunities. So if someone's wanting to come in and flirt to get a chance to be in your sort of energy, yeah, that ain't working. That feels very specific for some of you. Because you're definitely focused on you. You understand that sort of surface tension when it comes to water. I'm liking the insect vibe with that. So that's that sort of light energy. That's that sort of ability to navigate in this energy. I don't think you're going to take any sort of unnecessary emotional risks right now. So sentimentality isn't high on your priority list. Some of you romantic connections might not be high on your priority list. Three of Pentacles, 10 of Cups with the 6 of Pentacles to the 7 of Wands. Those of you with regards to family businesses, whether this is yours or those of you that were kind of the outsider in a family type business, could sort of be looking at things differently. Some of you could be avoiding that, so you could kind of get out of that sort of tight-knit type of work office type vibe into something that's a tad bit more corporate. This could be a messy energy, but once you sort of understand the sort of surface tension when it comes to that sort of emotional connection, that's very specific. So take what's yours, leave what's not. Those of you that's abstaining for like spiritual reasons, religious reasons, those of you, this could be some sort of meditative practice that you're doing. Those of you that take care of business before you go on a date, so that way that isn't going to be a possibility or something that you're going to be interested in. If someone's wanting to sort of connect with you, yeah, you're doing something. Especially those of you that's out of that sort of Nine of Wands energy, or Nine of Swords energy. When you pull focus back on you, this makes all the difference. Some of you, it's the smallest changes that you make that really make all the difference with you. Definitely be mindful of that sort of Piscean vibe here. Some of you, this is a... I don't know if you're dealing with the Pisces. Some of you, it's all that sort of water energy around you that you definitely need to be mindful of. Ooh. 2 or more opportunities with you. So, damn. Those of you, if you've had a social event that was there to sort of celebrate you, but someone always had to make it about them. It's those kind of emotionally draining relationships or partnerships. I don't feel there's a whole lot you need to do except stay focused on this. Daydream believer vibes with you. I don't know. You definitely believe in the saying, if you can dream it, you can achieve it. It's hard to sort of replicate you as well. So if someone thought they could find somebody to replace you, you're not that easily replaced. There's definitely a je ne sais quoi type vibe when it comes to you. That's why you attract the partners that you do. I don't feel like there's a whole lot of coincidence when it comes to that either. So those of you Capricorns that aren't going to date anybody that's even remotely in the field of work that you do, definitely be mindful of your partnerships. So some of you need to make sure that there's like a contract and how that is even going to work. So you can take another spin on that Wheel of Fortune karmic cycle, or you can choose to pull focus back on you. This is the decision time. This is definitely decision time. I don't feel you're in that energy, though. That's what makes the difference when it comes to you. Be mindful of imposter energy, too. Catfishing, ghosting, a lot of sort of manipulation wanting to go on when it comes to you. Don't let anything sort of overwhelm you right now. I really like that. The sort of surface tension. That's really interesting. Those of you, if you know what I'm talking about, where you see the insects that are able to float on the water to get a drink, it's very interesting with you. So you could find with that sort of Aquarius vibe coming in with you that you are able to not be emotionally overwhelmed. So I don't think you're going to over-romanticize anything. Some of you may be coming across as not really having much of an emotional sort of reaction to things, but I think you're going to find that works out better for you. So you've got a lot of clarity when it comes to your decision making. So if some of you, it's going to be fuck sentimentality. That's not what you're interested in. I'm trying to think. I know there's water bugs. What, mosquitoes can land on water to get a drink? Spiders can. I like that sort of insect vibe with you. That could be particular to one or two of you. Take what's yours, leave what's not. Let's try to put one more card on this. What's the sort of word of advice, I guess, when it comes to you, Capricorn? Scorpio energy. whatever you're doing, this is like a good sort of vibe with you. So I feel like you're armored up, but I think that sort of allows you to sort of navigate in this energy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Scorpio and Pisces energy on this, though. Damn. Don't let your emotions overwhelm you. Some of y'all, the best thing to do is just turn around and go do something else. Very specific with a party or a situation that was meant to be there to celebrate you, but a partner that kind of went in and sort of took it upon themselves to make it about them. Your accomplishments are like a group type accomplishment, whereas for some of you, if your partner does something, they were the only one that sort of wanted the praise for that. Some of you, someone wanted to get all the sort of recognition for what the fuck you did. Keep that authenticity, because that is what makes the difference. Definitely be mindful of catfishing and ghosting. This is a lot of NDA type vibes here, Capricorn. Some of you, with regards to the partnerships that you have, you should make sure you have a working contract in place too. So those of you that let your sort of emotions overwhelm you and you made a very not smart decision. Yeah. Oh. Someone definitely does not like the fact that you're sort of making some really smart choices. Even snake energy, right? Well, I guess they kind of swim in, so half their body's in there. But damn. You're fine in this energy. Just don't let yourself get emotionally overwhelmed. We are coming up on a full moon, so do be mindful of that energy, a Capricorn. I think, isn't this the Capricorn strawberry moon for you? Sorry, Cappies, it feels like there needs to be something else on this. What's over this Five of Wands and the Five of Pentacles for Capricorn? I don't feel there's sexual tension. So some of you, that's sort of a tension energy. Don't think it's all like romantic. The Ten of Wands. This is a good sort of releasing energy with you as well. Trusting your intuition on something. So I guess the fortune teller's right. I should have seen what was there, not some holy light. Or astrologer. If you haven't checked out your astrology in a while, this could be like a transiting energy with you. This could be some sort of remnant of retrograde. Doing the clearing work. Lord have mercy, Capricorn. What's the Mother Mary vibes? High Priestess feels like Mother Mary. What's the High Priestess vibes for Capricorn? Well, the Empress in reverse. There's the King of Cups at the bottom. And then right there is the, High Priestess energy again. You are hard to read. You are hard to read. So I know you're in good energy because you are hard to read. Someone's trying to figure out how to sort of emotionally overwhelm you or make you feel something. But I don't feel like that really is going to work when it comes to you. So I think people are kind of wasting their money if they're trying to figure you out, Capricorn. Capricorn, I don't think you're really making a whole lot of decisions out of... I don't think your responses to things are really sort of pre-programmed. I don't think your responses to things are kind of already decided when it comes to you. So you're able to navigate very interesting, any sort of obstacle vibes with you. So you're all about this sort of resolution energy. So it's a very quick-witted type problem solving when it comes to you. And whatever this sort of je ne sais quoi quality that you have that helps you to sort of overcome things. So this is how you achieve your goals and dreams. But a lot of it is sort of basic intuition when it comes to you. Ooh, Lord have mercy, Capricorn. Capricorns, who do you pray to? Those of you that pray. Loving that Mother Mary vibe. Anything else here? Ooh! Cappies, now I'm intrigued. Now I am intrigued. The Leo energy and the Queen of Cups. Someone is definitely sending you a lot of peace, love, and light. So, Capricorn, if there's someone in particular you sort of pray to when you're sort of looking for guidance, when you're sort of trying to find this sort of inner peace, if it's not a person, this could be your favorite quote, this could be your favorite poem, this could be your favorite bit of scripture. Whatever this sort of is like it's a very good sort of grounding. It feels like a saying, or if it's philosophy, it's like your favorite quote or your favorite sort of passage from a book, a poem, a play, a movie, a TV show, whatever the fuck this is for you. This is that sort of what guides you. So somewhere around you right now, you probably have a quote on a pillow, in a frame, on your phone, that you use as sort of inspiration. Or who do you think of when you're sort of balancing? If you're a praying person, who do you sort of pray to? Someone is definitely sending you peace, love, and light. So you're going to be able to navigate this, because a lot of you, it is that sort of... this is that sort of switch up in energy coming in. So make sure that you're being very optimistic. Watch your favorite astrologer. Some of you, this could be your moon node switching up. I don't know. There's so much more to this than even you sort of can even imagine here. You're definitely hard to read. Ooh, Cappies. So, there's a little bit of surface tension. Those of you with sort of emotional vibes around you, don't let yourself feel overwhelmed. I do feel like there's a lot of change coming when it comes to you. Some of you are definitely going to change up who you date, how you date. Those of you, if you've decided to sort of abstain from physical relationships or partnerships for a while, I feel like you're doing that as a choice. Some of you, it could just be a sort of what's the vibe here? You're not going to let the passionate vibes when it comes to you overwhelm you. So you're going to take care of business before you go on a date, so that way that isn't kind of going to be an option. You're coming across as sort of unreadable. I like that. You're not going to be emotionally overwhelmed. You're a manifester, so you create your dreams. A lot of the people that are around you can't. There's a lot of codependency when it comes to you. Once you pull your energy back, you're definitely missed. But this kind of brings in newer opportunities or better opportunities with you. So some of you might be surprised that you're going to sort of do your own thing for a while. I don't feel it's overly dramatic, but you're definitely going to balance yourself out first. You're being very stingy when it comes to anything that requires any sort of time, attention, or work when it comes to you. Someone's wanting to come in and create some sort of emotional connection, but for some of you it's going to be more of a sort of emotional upheaval. So keeping that sort of surface tension going. Take what's yours, leave what's not. Happy manifesting. Being very single. Whatever the fuck you do, focusing on that. Because there's a je ne sais quoi when it comes to you. Keep that. Good luck, God bless, like, share, subscribe, Capricorn. Peace, love, and light.